Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Which of the following has occurred in India after its liberalization of economic policies in 1991? Okay. So, in 1991, there is a huge change in the economic activity in India due to the introduction of the LPG era. Okay, liberalization, privatization, globalization. So, what is liberalization? Okay, reducing the control over the market. Okay, so this was called as liberalization. Okay, being liberal. Okay, providing a free market activities. Okay, so if you are going to provide a free market activities means then there will be huge inflow of the foreign investments. Okay, so with the inflow of foreign investments there will be huge production activities also happen. There are also increases in the economic activities and employment opportunities. Okay, so this is called as liberalization. Okay, and also government did the privatization also. They reduced their activities in the private sectors. Okay, so some of the things are most important or the needy things that the people will need. Okay, so if the government is being in the unnecessary region means, okay, so if it is not the needy one means, okay, if the government is there means they just left it. Okay, and they left it to the private sector. Okay, that is called as privatization. Okay, and then what is globalization means, there is a free flow of money and the market and the people. Okay, that things also happen. Okay, so this is all about the LPG era. Okay, so the question is, which of the following has occurred in India after its liberalization? Okay, so what change happened in India after this liberalization? Okay, this is the question. So the first statement is, share of the agriculture in GDP increased enormously. Okay, so this is the extreme statement, but wait. Okay, second statement, share of India's export in the world trade increase. This is obviously happened. Okay, the reason is, consider this is India. Okay, so huge inflow of the foreign investments, FDI or FII, okay, or FPI. Okay, through any channel they invested a lot. Okay, so there is the growth in the production activities. Okay, so that lead to the exports. Okay, why they invested a lot means, India have the huge human resources. Okay, and also there is a huge potential for the growth. Okay, so that will leads to the huge investments activities. Okay, so there is a growth in the exports. Okay, so the second statement is obviously right. Okay, next, FDI inflow increase. Yeah, due to the FDI inflow only the export is increased. Okay, so second and third is right. Okay, India's foreign exchange reserve increase enormously. Again, okay, so the investment is comes in the form of the dollars. Okay, pounds, yen or yuan. Okay, or euro. So all the investment will comes in the form of the foreign currency only. So obviously there is the increases in the foreign exchange reserve. Okay, so all the three statements 2, 3 and 4 are interconnected or interrelated. Okay, and all the three statements are right. Okay, then you go for the first statement, share of agriculture in GDP increased enormously. See, consider that. Okay, after the liberalization and privatization and globalization, agri sector, manufacturing sector, service sector. Okay, so there is a huge growth in the service sector. Okay, and also there is a huge growth. You can't claim it is a huge growth, but there is a somewhat growth in the manufacturing sector also happened. Okay, but when it comes to the agriculture sector, there is a certain growth happened. Okay, but you can't claim it as an enormous growth. The reason is, for the need of the manufacturing activities, they just use this agri land. Okay, the employment need for the manufacturing activities filled by the people in the agriculture sector. Okay, so the population who are working in the agriculture sector are also reduced. Okay, the land is also reduced. Okay, so these things contributed to the reduction in the agriculture activities. Okay, So the statement is saying that share of agriculture in GDP increased enormously. Okay, so that is the trap. It is not like that. Okay, due to this, the agri sector is somewhat affected. Okay, even though it gets certain benefits like export of the agri product is increased. Okay, and also there is a huge inflow of the fertilizers, okay, and the pesticides, and the high yielding variety seeds also inflow into the India. That is the positive thing happened in the agriculture sector. Okay, but the main trap is share of agriculture in GDP increased enormously. That is nothing. Okay, so the growth in agriculture sector happened. Okay, but it is not in the comparative way of the manufacturing and services as enormous. Okay, so by that the statement 1 is wrong. Okay, so the answer is actually 2, 3 and 4, B. Okay, so see, this is also one of the easiest question. Okay, see, if you find that any one of the second statement or third statement or fourth statement is right means, okay, by that you can easily say that 2 and 3 are 3 and 4 are any of the other two statements are right and right. Okay, so all the three statements are interconnected one. Okay, so by that you can easily say that all the three statements are right, and there is a certain extreme word as enormously. By that you can say that the first statement is wrong. Okay, so with the basic knowledge of LPG era, okay, if you know about what is LPG era, what are the changes it leads to, okay, what are the change it actually happened in India, okay, if you know all about that means you can easily answer this question. Okay, thank you.